Hello, it's been a little while. Today I wanted to bring you the smaller YouTubers tag. I'm back at home, and therefore it's fairly apt that I'm filming this video because obviously this is where my YouTube story started. So question one is, what inspired you to start making YouTube videos? And for me, as far as I can remember, it was like two users, one who doesn't make videos anymore, and his name was Carl KR. And his channel was essentially vlogging. At the time that I started watching his videos, I reckon he was like 18, he was like about to go to university, and I probably watched his videos for a year before he went. I would essentially like sit in this room where I am, or like sit in my bedroom with my headphones on, like super secretive, watching the life of this person who was a few years older than me, who was just like a young, fairly timid, I guess, like gay, young man. It was like really important at the time. Like I felt almost guilty doing it because it was like, oh my gosh, like, sexuality, blah blah blah. And it was really important, I think, for me just to like see somebody's life portrayed like by them in such a way that like didn't center their sexuality as like the core of who they were. Like at the time it was a very important lesson for me to learn. It was just extremely comforting to like see yourself on a screen in a way that like the self that you're seeing being presented to you is representing themselves. So it was good shit. And additionally, I also got into watching Disney Kid 1, who is Joseph Birdsong, still makes videos. And again, it was pretty much exactly the same premise. So that's a pretty bloody long-winded way of highlighting my inspirations for making YouTube videos. I don't even think that that was necessarily my rationale at the time for starting YouTube videos, but I essentially just wanted to like recreate the vlogging format about my life. Second question is, how long have you been doing YouTube and do you have any second channels? Now, I looked at my YouTube channel because I could not for the life of me remember exactly when I started, and it was May 2011. I do remember specifically sitting outside in the summer revising for my GCSEs. I was doing chemistry that day, and then afterwards I came inside and I filmed this video being like, I've just been revising my chemistry! So I've been 6 years on YouTube, which is kind of mad to think about because YouTube has always definitely been in the present of my life, and it's just something that I've kind of like carried forward. So trying to think of it in terms of like modern history of like my life, or you know, in the past, it's kind of wild. Question number 3 is, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? And it's like, I've already been on YouTube for 6 years and the time has gone by so quickly already. Having said that, my channel has already evolved and grown quite significantly as well, but then again, so has like YouTube style generally. YouTube has been a kind of like sporadic constant. It's been something that I've always done but also never done very often. It depends on the question, you know, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? In terms of like my life, I would like to go in a direction that's either theatre-based or academia-based, and we're gonna see what happens. And I don't really see like YouTube ever being precluded from either of those pathways. Number 4 is, what kind of message are you trying to get across in your videos? And I think this is such a horrible question. I've made videos on Cambridge, on mental health and my personal experiences with that. Both of those are fairly like educational, and actually despite the content, I would say like fairly impersonal. They're almost just like information, take it or leave it. During Vedim I did also make academic videos, like a repository of what I've learned in the past and like thoughts that I have. And I've also used my channel for like archiving my friendships and experiences from Cambridge with these kind of like montage style videos. And I think that permeated through it all, and I have done explicit videos about it as well, as this like sense of queerness and this like big topic in my life that I really enjoy talking about. But also I guess I kind of just like represent. If I make a video, like whether I like it or not, that's also a video that's, because it's intrinsically me, is also intrinsically kind of like queer. So it is a vlog. I would say that I vlog. But it's a mixture of like both academic and like purposeful videos and more like personal representation, and I enjoy that. I guess it's just a take on the vlog that continues the inspiration that I had before, like normalising just a life, and like that's all it has to be, just a person, no matter what, with interests that they mix into their blog. And I try to help people learn something from certain videos, and then other times you can learn in a much more diffuse way just by watching, accepting, and opening your mind. Question number 5 is, do people from school find your channel? And it's like, well, when I was at school, yes they did. I didn't like market it per se, and I was kind of annoyed about it at first at school because I did get teased a little bit. But honestly, like, it's not a big deal. It's just like a hobby that I have. At university, obviously my friends knew about it because like, I was filming them all the time, and they were really supportive about it as well, so that was good. Question number 6 is, what does your username mean? And I said at the start of the video I was inspired to make videos by a channel called Carl KR, and I was like, well, I mean, if I'm going to be doing like personal vloggy stuff like about me, then I want a name that's like my name, but also like a channel name, because using your real name on YouTube wasn't a thing in 2011, I don't think. So I went for JoeeJayy, because J is the initial of my surname. And I wanted it to be like fun, so it was going to be Joe, capital Jay, you know, just like JoeeJayy. Alliterative, nice, good channel name. But unfortunately that name was taken, so I just like whacked a couple of letters back into the name, and now we have JoeeJayy, which some people pronounce as like JoeeJayy or like JoeeJayy, and I really don't mind. It fits. Last but not least, we have, what are your favourite smaller creators? Or like, what smaller creators would you recommend? So here we go, pals! I made a video in Vdim that I will link in the description, or maybe like a card up there, in which I mentioned 5 YouTubers that I cannot get enough of, and I believe that some of them were smaller YouTubers. Additionally though, I do have other channels that I want to recommend, because I think that like smaller YouTube as more of like a cultural thing or a stylistic thing on YouTube is what I do and what I love to watch. We have first of all Sophie Jerome, a creator also from the West Country. Her vlogs have a lyrical style and like such a light-heartedness, but also this like lovely interest in like nature and bees and parks and embroidery, and I'm just like, it's the wholesome content that I want, but like with enough wit to like carry it forward and bounce it along. Love it. Emma Popcorn is doing a great job just as a YouTuber promoting her channel and growing as a channel and community. But I love the way that she has just like been so driven and puts herself out there and makes these videos that are like so in themselves smaller YouTube or like YouTube at large, and she's just a brilliant vlogger, like applause. Sylvie from the channel My Neck of the Woods does Vida every year, I think. And again, it just like carries the spirit of small YouTube, and it's like a cute watch, and it's extremely genuine. It's a level of genuineness that I would love to have with my channel. Maya of Maya Anushka, I just think is like, I've only been watching the videos for like a year, but I also really enjoy watching Cathal from Cathal is Bored. Did I say his name right? I think I see in his channel a lot of the things that I want to do in my channel, but I'm kind of afraid to do because they're too like normally YouTube. He does them so well, just like favourites videos, recommendations, and he has a connection with his audience that is like very enviable. Rounding up the list is Erica of Redhead Abroad, which is just like a beautiful channel. Like, she's obviously going to make some amazing films in the future. I'm very excited for them. And her Cramp series of last year was just divinely like raw, but also like well edited and executed. True to form, my return to YouTube has also like taken a very simple tag and made it extremely long-winded, but this is the style that apparently I forge. Well, dear viewer, dear friend, I am excited to read your comments, hopefully get a video response. If you do want to make the small YouTubers tag after watching this video, I'm not going to tag anyone, but please do let me know, send me a link to the video, and I will be there with my like unconditional love and support of the small YouTuber community. I think that's all for today. Bye bye!